all here to continue playing the main story questline on Nyra Wulfenshade. Had a nice week off and visited some family that visited us, so that was nice. So, but back to business. So, yeah, here to play Nyra Wulfenshade, and we're going to start out with the main story questline Sylph-management, and right here at the turn in. So, yeah, let's get into it. Oops, I'll stand inside the guy. Alright. Alright, Versus Sale says, we know how. Wow. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scortians once more if we are to. Beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think out loud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Ooh, level. Next quest. We come in peace. Cutscene! I am still talking to the commander. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek... Oh, we need to... There we go. Yada walks up with Pablo. Yada says, good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Yada! Pablo Moyo. I'm not saying that name right. Always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scotians of late. Pablo Emilio says, quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Commander says, aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the 12's wood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder seed seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely the reason that the Sylph's relation with the primal Rama has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gudonia and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Pablo Mio says, better be safe than sorry indeed. The commander says, do we strike at Ramaha or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself seeking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gudonia, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scotians come in. I nod. The Sylphs of Little Solus remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural fox get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sif's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. Papalumo turns to me and Yada. A friendly palaver with the Sifs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. Yada says, a friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Palomino. Quest accepted. Okay. To the dock, I suppose. Then where's the dock in Gradonia? Oh, there's not very many people here today. Meet Tanny, the dockmaster, says, I, the ferry docked at the base of this hill, will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Perfect. Once you're ashore, head due east and you will find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Cool. We're in the East Shroud. Okay, where are we going? Oh, we can teleport there. Haha, it's funny. We still had to talk to the dock dude, though. Doo-doo-doo. In here? Yeah. There we go. Oh. Emilan. Hello, Emilan. Emilan says, indeed, I am Emilan of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sifs, yes? Excuse me. For all their whimsy, they are a weary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all. But so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak with the masters of this hut. Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sifs than I'll ever know. Okay. Let's go talk to him. Okay. Rolfie Hawthorne. Hi. Rolf says, come to learn a thing or two about the Sifs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're a particular folk. How particular, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, I might have more luck with them. Or you might have more luck with them. Aww. Okay. Yesibo Hawthorne says, the Sifs, yes. Father has told me his stories plenty of times. What I have always found most captivating is how their concept of adequate is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and cookable scratches. Teehee. That sounds pleasant. Alright. Okay. Bailey Seti says, the quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to feast your foodstuffs on a Sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Okay. So don't invite them to dinner? Moni says, the Sifs, intricate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks. The next they're sending our young centuries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolfie claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Ow, that's a serious plank. Okay. Hey, Rolf, I talked to your peoples. Rolf says, oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A Sif told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember those. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Okay. Rolf continues, oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sifs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along Drat, what was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosie at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Poor man. Okay. Oh, this bird is so slow. Huh. Ah, there she is. Hail, Rosia Hawthorne. Rosia says, a peace offerings for the Sifs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that won't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you, perchance, familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seed king, the oko. When chewed, it extrudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying that stuff, but the Siths seem to enjoy it to no end. I have not seen an Oko around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised what comes out. Good luck. Okay. What? It's all the way over there. Oh, alright. Right over there. My nose is so itchy right now. Alright. Curious Trussock. Okay. Well, there's the syrup on it. Ah, hello. And down it goes. Okay. We'll just port it down. Hey, Rolf. Hail. Rolf says, "Aye, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering?" I do believe so, yes. Milk root, but of course those Sifs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. So we're giving them liquor. Rolf continues, "Any road, a gift of milk root will have the Sifs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on you. Now, let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy." Cutscene! Alright, I'm standing in front of Rolf, and Rolf says, "I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that God's awful stench." I take it from him. Rolf continues, "The sis love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in Kokobo dung. I dare say the reek even rattles the breath of the marble. That put an end to my adventuring days. Ugh. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sifs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales." Okay, I'll do that. Rolf continues, "Aye, and afore I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Amelie here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones." Okay. Amelie, hail. Amelie says, "It's good to see your knowledge of the Sith culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sith by the name of Komoxia. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that marvelous root the Seths so enjoy. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a massive from the elder seed seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridonia's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ipixel has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Okay, let's go see him then. Oh, not that way. This way. Use the door, not the wall. Crisscross country. I think this is a different quest. We'll just do it real quick while we're here. Okay. 80 novice retainer. Cutscene. She's cowering, stands up. Novice retainer says, 12 bless you, adventurer. So focused was I on my task that I took no notice of the buzzards at my back. You seem confused. Have you heard not of vultures? It is adventures. It is a service in which we retainers carry out procurement expeditions on behalf of our employers. Alas, some are not want to furnish us with significant equipment, despite the obvious benefits it would afford both parties. Ah! He has been summoning me this entire time. Pray, excuse me. She's taken a link shell. Forgive me, master. I was waylaid by beasts, yes, by the Hyrian puglist. How did you know? Of course, as you wish. It seems I must take my leave at once, but before I go, pray allow me to thank you. I have naught to recompense you with, but should you inform my supervisor, Pernell, of your deeds, I am confident she will see fit to reward you. May we meet again, my friend, and do not forget to visit Pernell in the shaded bower. And she teleports out. Okay. Continue on the way. Hail, CommuXO. CommuXO says, Walking One is not familiar with this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. Okay, we need to dance. Slash dance. Dee. Carmel says, This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Alright. Komoexos continues. Walking one would bring gift to this one. Walking one is most kind. Alright, milkroot and a letter. Here you go. Komoexa continues. Walking one brings milkroot. Milkroot fills one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Oh, Yeldo and Palmomeo walk up. Yeda says, Hello there. We're envoys from Godonia, and we're here to treat with your people. Thought I was the envoy. Palomeo says, Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder, and to learn from him more of your Lord Roma. Komoexo says, Who are these ones? These walking ones from Godonia. Walking one became a dancing one and brought milkroot, but walking one tricks with this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking ones should go home. Yoda says, Go home, you say? But the Sylph Studies have always welcomed Gordonian envoys with open wings. Palomino says, The letter carried by Nyra here is an oath of peace, penned by the elder seed seer herself. Still, you would refuse us? Komoexo says, This one's reasons are no business of walking ones. Elder one has no words for Gordonia. Walking ones waste everyone's time. Yoda says, Well, I never turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such rude a welcome? Was Nyra's jig insufficiently jiggy? Palomino says, I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly weary. Oh, excuse me. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. We'll pick that one. Okay, Yeda, what have you to say? Yeda says, Say, Nyra, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. We went through all that trouble to learn the Seath's traditional greeting, and you've greeted hardly any of them. Well, Yeda, you could greet some yourself. Why don't you dance? Yeda says, Why, if I were a Seath, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me, of course, I'd be happy to join. There go these bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Yeda. I just slap you across the face. Okay. Canolexia. Hey, what's up? Calexia says, Walking one's belly is rumbling. This one is not making a meal. This one is boiling bark and flower seeds to dye thread. Color must be jolly, and so must great speaking. Okay. Oh, it wants me to dance. Okay, well, let's just dance. Do, 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 do. Colnexia says, "Oh, a walking one knows jolly dance. Jolly dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends." Okay. Let's see. There's someone over here. Emirixia. Hello. Let's dance. Emirixia says, "A walking one would be a friend to this one's? This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if walking one earns a secret, walking one could not weave in the same way." Okay. I don't think I asked for any weaving, though. Delelixia. Greetings. Why would walking one want with this one? Elder one warned this one not to get too friendly with walking ones. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's dance. Deluxia says, "Ah, walking one is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious elder one of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts." Okay, we have danced to 3 of them. Alright, Yetta. I have danced. What say you? Yetta says, "Nyra, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from these accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure." Uh-huh. Alright, Palamo, what have you to say? Palamo says, "Nyra, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk. I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight." No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer Imedia of the Gordonians, who resides here. She is most like to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. Alright, well, let's go see what she has to say. She is... oh, right here. Hey, Amelia. Amelia says, "Praise to the elements. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out." Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from miles around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Jews, golems, and golnets that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps if you could gather 3 brownie bushes as well, they play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, but what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easy to come by. When you are done with the deeds, speak with Comexio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. Mine own experience speaks to this. Okay. Let's, alright. Oh, there's one of what I have to kill. Of course, it's more than one. There we go. Alright. Now we need to kill on that and get 3 bushes. There's the bush. Let's nab that. I sip of my drink. Okay. Let's kill a net. Okay. My nose is so itchy. Oh, there's the brownie bush. So we'll need one more after this. Okay. One more. Oh, there's one more. Alright. Okay, mount back up. Here we go. Alright, Comexia, hey, I'm back. Comexia says, Dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all day. This one's trust is not so easily earned. I have some brownie bushes. Comexia. Dancing one brings brownie bushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey buzzy one. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing one was kind, too kind. Many walking ones come to this one's abode, but few are friendly like dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust dancing one after all. Yee, I'm learning trust. Alright, who do I talk to now? Oh. Comexio. I talked to Comexio. Hey, Como. Comexio says, this one asks dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful. Always careful. But Dancing One is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Ooh. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel came to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones came from Empire. Ooh, that's not good. The Empire goes where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These one's home is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Okay. Over here. Piliexia. Hi. Piliexia says, strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure like this one likes treasure. It's a little odd. Oh. Oh. It's a fate. Oh boy. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie says, man, clad in strange armor. Well, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Victor. Hey, Victor. Victor says, fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Thank you, Victor. Okay, I need to run back over. This will take but a moment. But a moment. Okay, here we go. We're off to the races. Oof. My mouse is so slow. They have so far to go. Como Exio. Hello, I'm back. Can't click on you. There we go. Como Exio says, this one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? Well, I learned there are some weird guys in the woods. Como says, this one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Yep, I will go find these Imperial soldiers. Yeah. And there's the mark on my map. Not far away. I need to go this way more. That's nets. Guess I need to go through them, huh? Oh, here we go. Okay, it's almost all of them. Okay, I think that is all of them. Alright, let's pick up boxes. Alright. Oh. Alright, good. Whew. Comexio, hey! Comeo says, Dancing One is back. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Huh? Dancing One finds something? Yes, I found something. Dancing One found paper inside a box? This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to steal walking ones? This one fears for this one's home. But Dancing One has helped this one much today. A Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. Okay, I will do that. I will be your friend. Como Exio says in a cutscene. Helpful One arrives at a good time. This one needs Helpful One's help. One of these ones, named Colexio, ventured outside of Little Solstice alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful One must find Colexio. Colexio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Colexio ends up in the belly of a beastly one. Okay, I'll hurry. Alright, we need to go that way. Oh. Dropping my keys there. There it is. Alright. Okay. Got them all down. Where'd Colexio go? Okay. Colexio, hi! I found you! Colexio says, what? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Soulless? Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with ones who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything. No better than those ones that summon their primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this was likely a place to build home, but then a meddling one arrives. Forces this one to go deeper into the forest. A meddling one is forbidden from following this one. Away with meddling one. And she walks away. Okay. Let's go return. Colexio! Hey, I'm back again. And Como says, what? Colexio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest? But this one saw touched ones working in the forest. Helpful One must hurry and find Colexio. Helpful One would search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead Helpful One to Colexio. But hurry before touched ones take Colexio away. Okay, sounds like tempered. Alright, where do I need to go? Oh, all the way over there? Oobly. We'll just hoof it. 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 There. Down the log. And down the log again. There it is. Very good, very good. Okay. Proceed. I have found Calixio. Calixio says, Madeline 1 is back. This one told Madeline 1 to be gone. Tell Calixio that this one will never go back. Never. Madeline, oh, right. Come on. Oh, she flies away. Okay. Okay. Calixio. Touch ones to go away too. This one is good one. Anyone should, or everyone should just leave this one alone. Yoda and Polymimo run up. Polymimo says, Be on guard, Nyra. These Sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Roma. Akin to the Amaja tempered by Ifrit. These Sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, says Yoda. Only steal. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. Okay. I was taking a lot of damage. Let's do this one real quick. Oh. Was it over? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Calixio says, this one is safe? This one was so scared. Calixio, this one has been worried, so very worried. Is Calixio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Calixio says, Calixio. And Madeline one as well. Why are these two here? Come on. There. Calixio says, these two came to rescue Calixio. The Calixio is safe fills this one with joy. Calixio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from little Soulless. This one was just afraid. This one was just afraid. Calyxio continues. These ones who live at Little Solstice were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling or helpful one. This one is grateful. This one would return to Los Solstice to be with Como Exio and friendly ones. And off she goes. Pandemiosis. Well, that should see to that. What say we return to Los Solstice as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and conclude our stream there, and I'll catch you guys later. So, peace out and wreak havoc, yo. See you later.